This is Valley News Live at noon.
New at noon, a local pawn shop employee has taken a plea agreement after he shot at a robbery suspect earlier this summer. It happened on June 10th when police say this man, 22-year-old Hunter Havisto, ended his days-long robbery spree at Mr. Money in South Fargo, holding the store up at gunpoint and running off with over $2,000. 56-year-old Kyle Ramsey followed Havisto out of the store and fired rounds into Havisto's getaway vehicle, and now stands convicted of a misdemeanor count of reckless endangerment.
I don't think our community can tolerate vigilantism. He certainly was not at personal risk.
Judge Bailey went on to sentence Ramsey to spend the next 360 days on unsupervised probation. Well, it's sunny and beautiful outside, but we could be expecting some light snow later. Let's check in with meteorologist Nathan Hopper to see when that could happen and how it could affect our roads. Nathan?
Yeah, thanks, Anna. Good news is that snowfall that we had from that Clipper system looks to be gone, but now we're shifting our attention to that wind that could take that snow we just got and blow that back on the roadways to make for a whole different kind of mess for this evening's commute. But as Anna, you said, things look beautiful out there right now. Roads have improved greatly from where they were for this morning's commute, just wet at this time, but some of those side roads do indeed still have some of that snow pack on them. Here's some of the snowfall reports we've gotten so far. 4 inches was the latest report we got in Fargo, 3.1 inches there at the Grand Forks National Weather Service office. Then quite a few folks in that 3 to 4 inch range, areas like Twin Valley at 4.2 inches, which I believe is the big winner here in the region, at least at this hour. Wolverton 4 inches, Larimore, Fergus Falls both around 3.5 inches, as is Richville and Crookston. Then Hope, Verndale around 3 inches as well. I know I saw a report from Otter Tail Lake about 3.5 inches of snowfall. Then here's some other locations you can see. Jamestown, I believe, is on here. Yep, 2 inches there in Jamestown, and then 3 inches also in Deer Creek. So here's how things look. The sunshine, you saw it. We're seeing decreasing clouds there. The Clipper system has moved really quick on out of here, so we see that snowfall out past Duluth, so things look pretty quiet for us for this evening. But of course, Anna, we'll talk about that wind picking up and what we can expect, of course, for the rest of the week here in just a few minutes.
Sounds good, Nathan. Thanks. A jury in Minneapolis is deciding the fate of former police officer Kim Potter. They got after the case after the emotional testimony from Potter, who broke down on the stand while she was insisting she didn't intend to hurt anyone. She's on trial for shooting and killing 20-year-old Dante Wright during a traffic stop in April during an attempted arrest. Body cam video shows Potter drawing her gun and shouting for a taser before shooting Wright in the chest. In closing arguments yesterday, the defense said Wright's attempt to flee in his car and put a fellow officer in danger, and Potter's actions, while tragic, were justified. But the prosecutor disagreed and said Potter violated years of training by drawing and then using the wrong weapon. During this holiday season, we want to highlight the importance of food banks and food pantries and the thousands of families who depend on them. Food pantry visits are up 30% since the start of the pandemic, and about 42 million Americans are experiencing food insecurity. Jamie Yuccas reports.
3 chicken chow mein. Nice.
Once or twice a month, Bridget and Kevin Littlefield visit the Open Door Pantry food shelf in Eagan, Minnesota.
Does a box of cereal go pretty far?
Hey. Bridget works full-time in a restaurant and Kevin is semi-retired. They have 2 teenage daughters and a niece at home.
You know, sometimes you need it, you know what I mean, just to get you through to the next payday.
We have about 8 to 10 million pounds of food in this warehouse.
Million with an M.
Yes.
Allison O'Toole is the CEO of Second Harvest Heartland, one of the largest food banks in the country.
Out of here, we can get 3 things.
Second Harvest Heartland supplies Open Door Pantry, where the Littlefields go.
When you look at people like the Littlefields, I think one of the things that strikes me is that the mother works for a restaurant. She works in food service and she needs to be able to still feed her family and can't.
That's right.
Are there dozens, hundreds of families like that?
Thousands of families like that.
Inflation isn't helping the situation. According to the USDA, grocery prices were 5.4% higher last October than they were the year before, and the price of meat has increased double digits. O'Toole says it's leaving families strapped, and it's also impacting food banks who source their own food.
I think there's this idea that because you're a charity, you must be able to source for free.
We don't. We've purchased more food than ever before.
Anything out of here you want?
Back at the Open Door Food Pantry, the Littlefields are grateful.
You should never feel embarrassed or ashamed. You know, if you need help, come get it, you know, and then when you're able to, you give back, kind of like what we do.
Because at times, Littlefield says, we all need that little extra help.
You guys take care.
Thank you, sweetie.
Stay warm out there.
Yeah.
Jamie Yukas, Brooklyn Park, Minnesota.
Today is Homeless Memorial Day, and the local coalition to end homelessness is inviting the public to a 5-block walk of remembrance in downtown Fargo tonight. The procession leaves from Broadway Square at 6:45 and will proceed north on Broadway to a memorial service at 7 at First Lutheran Church. The event honors people in the community who died as a result of their experiences with homelessness. The Biden administration is coming up with a battle plan to combat the Omicron variant that's sweeping the country. The White House is announcing it will increase pop-up vaccination sites, add federal testing sites, purchase $500 million at-home rapid tests to send to Americans for free starting in January, and it will deploy additional troops to help overwhelmed hospitals.
It's the unvaccinated people who are the most vulnerable not only to getting infected, but to getting a serious outcome.
With the pandemic impacting yet another holiday season, the administration's health experts say family gatherings can be safe if people are vaccinated and boosted and take other precautionary measures such as testing and wearing masks around strangers. Meanwhile, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz says he and his family tested positive for COVID yesterday. He also says that his son has mild symptoms while he and his wife have no symptoms. Governor Walz released a statement today saying, "My son is vaccinated, Gwen and I are vaccinated and have received our booster shots, and I'm confident that these vaccines are protecting my family and me from serious illness." The governor also says he'll work from home and encourages all Minnesotans to get tested before the holidays and to get vaccinated. Coming up at noon, a popular ingredient used at restaurants are in short supply. But first, Nathan will be back with weather to plan your day.